Hey, how's it going, guys? Kai here, and welcome to Chapter 5 of Let's Play Valkyrie Profile 2, Silmeria. Can I still use that intro now that Silmeria is no longer with us? Well, in any event, I don't know how we're going to beat Chapter 4. I mean, how do you top that? It had epic moments, it had tragic moments, and most importantly of all, it had Hrist. So hot. You guys know I usually go for the girls with blue hair, but I don't know, there's just something about Hrist that's incredibly sexy. Maybe it's her hardcore, no fucks given, cold as ice bitchiness that I'm attracted to. I would totally say yes to that divine booty duty. Anyways, now that you all think I'm strange, or stranger than before, let's go over some of the changes that occur once you start Chapter 5, and there are a few. Starting with Alicia, you'll notice she now has a new background story, so I'll leave this on screen here for just a second. Alicia also has new dialogue in battle, so I'll do my best to keep my trap shut when we're using Alicia. That way you guys have a chance to hear them. Let's see, what else happened? Alright, Silmeria, Lezard, and Dylan all left our parties for different reasons. Dylan, as it turns out, is Brahms, King of the Undead. I do like how Tri-Ace was a little more cryptic with his true identity than they were with Hrist and Leone and that whole thing. The only obvious clue they left for us is when we defeated the Hydra and that vampire started coming towards us, then he saw Dylan, stopped, and ran away. Well, that's because he recognized him as his king, Brahms, Lord of the Undead. Besides that, they didn't really leave any big neon signs or anything. The only other clues I ever found were that story that we read about Brahms, about how there was an old king of Japan about 200 years ago who died and was turned into an Einherjar, but was later released and then went on to become Brahms. And remember from Dylan's background, it said he lived approximately 150 years ago, even though he told us he lived as a human no more than 100 years ago. So that would put Dylan in that general time frame, and combine that with all of his knowledge that he has of Japan, well, it kind of makes sense that Dylan is that Einherjar. Also remember that during that last cutscene, Brahms told Silmeria that it's his turn to rescue her. You can put that together with some of the dialogue between Silmeria and Hrist, where they kinda drop the ball and say that Silmeria released an Einherjar a long time ago, and yeah, it's not exactly obvious, but you know, you put all that together and yeah, Brahms is Dylan. But anyways, what else? Oh, also, just like in Chapter 3, when Arngrim and Leone left the party, we get some items when Lezard and Dylan leave the party. Get some more stat boosting items that again I'm saving for later. Got a couple more experts experiences as well. Now, having them at level 45 gives you the best possible rewards. So let's go to a heavy warrior here. Having Dylan at level 45 will give you the Undead Sword. It has the innate ability to drain HP just like the Drain Wings, so that's pretty nice. I like that weapon. Sword carrying the Curse of the Undead. So it's a pretty average weapon. It's a little better than the Karaticator. But you also get the Sword of the Meek. 850 attack power. Get real. It's even more powerful than the other weapon we have, the Bahamut's Tear. It's a sword fueled by the angst of the downtrodden. What a cool description. Is it better than the Bahamut's Tear? Not necessarily. Yeah, it's 200 points stronger. Well, 250, but it has one less attack and it doesn't have Dragon Slayer. So depending on your situation, you can use either weapon. Don't get me wrong, Sword of the Meek is an amazing weapon. I just don't think it's necessarily better than Bahamut Tear. Now having Lezard at level 45, you know what, let's organize these. You get 2 accessories. One of them pretty good, the other one, not so good. If I can ever find them, that is. Oh, here we go. We get the Philosopher's Pebble, increases your magic by 100 And it also allows you to randomly transfer your enemies. Which sounds nice, you know, instant death attacks, you know, they're pretty handy. The thing about transfer is, remember, whenever you transfer an enemy, you don't get any experience from them. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you want to equip this. And we also get the Homunculus Seed, which is pretty good because it reduces all elemental damage by 20%. And the seed for forming a homunculus. It's green and plump. That's pretty much it. So now, the course of action is for us to go to Asgard, kick Odin's ass, and return the Dragon Orb to Midgard before the world gets destroyed. Sounds easy enough. I'm game. Let's do it. Aww. Wonder how we're gonna get to Asgard anyways.
So,
sorry.
You go ahead. All right. I'll go first. I'm going after Odin. You don't seem surprised.
Actually, I was going to say the same thing.
Really?
But what
how
should
do we do it? I'm going to the top of Yggdrasil. I'll attain the knowledge to become a god there. You know it, right? The tree of creation for all the realms, including Asgard.
Can you really do that?
Even Silmeria admitted it. It's not a fantasy. I'm gonna do it. There was once a time when Odin was a lesser deity. He had the body of a half-elf. I've thought about it for a long time, but now I'm determined to do it. I'm not taking any more of his tyranny!
Neither am I. Let me go with you. I was planning to defeat Odin by taking back the Dragon Orb. But I don't know how. I can't do it on my own. I need you to help me.
No chance.
Why not?
Because humans can't enter Yggdrasil. Sorry, there's just no getting around that.
But I can still project photons.
Even so, you can't read objects, can you? Look, you're a normal human being now. Take care, Alicia. To reach Asgard, I'll have to pass through the gates of Bifrost in the heart of the Forest of Spirits. Why don't we go together? At least as far as we can.
No way, man. You're on your own. One minute you're being all emo and feeling sorry for yourself. I'm just a vessel of the gods. And then the next minute you're all pissed off and yelling at Alicia. Screw that noise. No, we have to go with Rufus. I don't know why Alicia wants to, but, well, that's her decision. Now that she doesn't have Silmeria to help her out, she's going to have to develop as a character on her own. What a concept! Okay, so unfortunately, we have to walk all the way back through the underground royal path to make it back to the world map. And I already have my party set up, so that way I could learn some abilities that I'm missing. Mostly survival and free item. I think those are the two most useful ones. So I'm going to learn those as I progress through the dungeon. I'm not going to do any grinding. I'm just going to fight whatever monsters I happen to come across. And then I'll meet you on the other side. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back, and along the way I was thinking, how is Rufus going to make it to Yggdrasil all by himself anyways? I mean, is he just going to follow the yellow brick road right up into heaven? It's been a while since I had my first communion, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. But then again, I'm not a theologist, I'm just some goofball who makes videos for YouTube. But you might notice that for no logical reason, we still can't go directly to Japan. You would think that by now, we wouldn't have to walk all the way through the underground royal path every time we go to Japan. But whatever. Guess it doesn't really matter at this point. It's not like we'll ever be coming back here. Oh, game. Anyways, let's go to the Forest of Spirits. Okay guys, first things first, let's get some seal stones. Going to be using the Experienced Piglaw for this dungeon, just to get some levels. And the Sword Blessing Seal Stone for much later in the dungeon. Now let's go over my setup. This dungeon is very easy, and the amount of damage you deal doesn't matter one bit because you can kill everything instantly with instant breaking. So I'm going to be using a critical hit setup on everybody. That means sharp spearheads all around, as long as they're not learning any skills. And I'm going to be using Celeste for this dungeon because she has Dismantle, and, well, I want to put that to use. Now for my equipment, one thing I forgot to do is equip this Deluge Scepter that we picked up after we defeated Gyne and Walther. It's about 30 points better on the magic, so not bad, not bad. Also, I want to give the Empress Coronet that we got from Hrist to Phyrus. Even though the description implies that you might want to give that to Alicia, it can be worn by any female. And I find it funny they felt the need to express that it's exclusive to women because the only two job classes that really benefit from the magic power are Light Warriors and Archers. And aside from Rufus and Erday, who I didn't recruit because Phyrus is a million times better, every Light Warrior is a female, and every Archer is a female. I don't know why they did that, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's just the way it is. Every Heavy Warrior is a male, and every Sorcerer is a male too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you don't want to use the critical hit setup, then fire elemental attacks are a good thing to bring here, so you could use the Fire Blessing Sealstone. Alright, we got Mimetic Flowers, new enemies here with a couple good items I want to try and get. Let's see if we can get in range here without being hit. Damn it. If you break their flowers, I think it is, you get a Toxic Seed, and you need a couple of those for item creation. Probably going to have to get that off camera. Or not. There we go. You can also get another item here that increases your damage and critical hit rate as long as you're under the frailty status. Again, probably going to have to get that off camera. If you don't get one, don't worry about it because there's another one in a few dungeons, but it is something to keep an eye out for. Alright, Elven Hawks have a couple good items as well. If you break their wings, you can get a wing feather, like so. That red flash, by the way, was the instant death effect of Celeste's attack. Yeah, I want to get 2 of those wing feathers for item creation. Maybe some more to actually use because they increase the damage of your Soul Crush by 20%. The other item I didn't get is the Windswept Tailfeather by breaking their tails, and you need that for item creation as well.
Man, that was tough.
Has a pretty low drop rate, but it's pretty easy to target. Hey, Victorious Vitality, Dismantle, and Binding Distortion. That's a really good attack. Alright, let's change my setup a little bit here. Don't worry, I'll list all of the items I want to go after down below in the video description, as I always do. Let's see, is she done with everything? No, she still needs Dragon Slayer. Okay. Weakness, activation, and lightning. Not that Dragon Slayer is a critical ability to learn because every dragon in the game has other races as well, but I still want to learn it anyways. Now for attacks, we're going to be using Binding Distortion. Oh right, skills. Almost forgot. Everyone has True Seeing, and the most common enemy types here are beasts and plants, so I have the appropriate skills on everybody. Except for Celeste because she doesn't have enough capacity points. Also, the Greenery Slayer is a good bow for archers because it has the innate ability of Weed Whacker. Ooh, almost forgot this item.
Yeah.
Things are getting interesting.
Hey, we got some return enemies. These are the same kobolds from that kobold side quest we did a little while ago.
This'll finish it.
Get wrecked. You can get Adamantites here if you break their helmets. And if you break the Kobold Warrior's weapon, you get a green bludgeoning rune, I think it is. So I want to try for that real quick.
I will not miss.
Damn. Oh, I didn't even break his weapon. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the hit here. I love instant breaking.
Man, that was tough. I gotta lie down.
Probably won't get too far into this dungeon, but we'll get a few screens in. I want to go over all of the enemies here and talk about some of the items you can get. And then we'll probably call it quits.
Sister.
Not a word of reproach? You haven't
Wow,
changed.
there's so many of these guys.
At the time, it was kind of a pain, but now
One reason I like having my mage with the critical skills is because Glacial Blizzard has such a huge attack radius. I mean, look at that. He's unstoppable.
Phew, that was close.
And we learned Dragon Slayer already. Nice. Well, I guess we'll give her Victorious Vitality. Not that I'm ever going to use it, but well, we're learning green skills, so may as well. Need healing and earth. And we'll go ahead and give her a critical booster.
Yeah.
Let's just do what we do.
Damn it. I was hoping we could fight the one of the other new enemies here, but that's okay.
This will finish it.
Light Warriors are really good here because of all their multi-hitting attacks.
This will finish it.
Smash the silver chain that unseen power. Bleed from their bodies the breath of life.
This'll finish it.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Curse them.
Another thing you can do is if you restore the Earth Blessing Sealstone back at crosses, is put that on a dais here to reduce all of the lightning elemental damage you take by 50%.
This'll finish
A lot of the enemies here actually use lightning elemental attacks. But as you can see here, these enemies are so easy if you're using instant breaking.
That was a close fight.
Then it really doesn't matter. It's a really good dungeon to level up, though. Oh, hey, there's an elf. Now watch out for those guys, because if you touch them, or if you attack them with your sword, it puts you back at the entrance to the dungeon. Yeah, it's one of the gimmicks here, and it really sucks when you're halfway through the dungeon or more and you get sent back to the beginning. So just photon freeze them and ignore them. Anyways, before touching that mini-boss, I want Demon Destroyer on 2 of my characters. Okay, here we go.
I'm not ready for this kind of fight.
Oh, sure you are. We got Prince of Hell. I like how you spell hell there, game. Nice touch. As in the Queen of the Undead? Or the Queen of the Underworld? Whatever. Okay. Demons, instant breaking. There you go. I'll be honest with you, viewers. My Norse mythology is a little rusty. Ooh, a Desolation Gem. You can get some pretty good stuff from these guys. Mainly if you break their wings. Damn it. You can get a Steelwing, which you need for item creation. I think. But I know every time you attack, you recover 5% of the damage back as HP. It works really well with the Bloody Patch, since they essentially cancel each other out. Oh, come on. Not a single critical hit. Unbelievable. Oh, but the enemy gets a critical hit. Absolutely. There we go. If you direct assault this battle, you can get a silence check. Could be something you can farm if you want to. I love those critical hit quotes. They're the best. Oh man, this is gonna suck. You know what? Let's do a fairy teacher here. Yeah, that's not much better. There we go.
Get ready!
I don't know why instant breaking doesn't work on some of their body parts. Unless they're immune to Doom, but that's weird that certain body parts would be and others aren't. Whatever. I kind of like how this dungeon is easier than the previous chapter because, well, you just lost 2 more party members, so they tone it down a little bit. It's a little strange for a tri-age game. Usually whenever there's a difficulty spike, they're just like, oh, you're on your own, deal with it.
Didn't look pretty, but what matters is who's standing at the end.
Okay, so, ooh, 1 more level for Celeste, and then I can give her True Seeing. Alright, let's get my skills back to the way they were. And for defeating him, we now have access to this pillar here. And we're going to be doing the first puzzle in this place, which is fairly simple. Here we go. See these platforms here? Well, they ascend or descend depending on which one has the weight on it, and depends how much weight is on it. What the? Oh. So all you gotta do for this one is move the pillar. Oh, come on. On to this one over here. And jump. And not screw it up. Holy hell. Okay, I'll be right back. I can't believe I screwed that up. There we go. Got to be a little quick for that. Now, before opening this box, I want to get Zunde in my party. And purposely get hit by this trap. That way, I can get him poisoned. Anyways, here we get the Elven Bow. Pretty good weapon for archers. So, we'll be giving this to either Rufus or Phyrus eventually. 3 attacks, Soul Crush, pretty good stats. Let's get Zunde back out of my party now. And get rid of this poison from everyone else. See, viewers, I'm not such a bad RPG player. I actually care about my party members. Sometimes. Anyways, over here, this dais, we get the Hunter Blessing. Increases your accuracy. Sure, why not? All of the seal stones here are pretty lackluster, now that I think about it. Whoa, Divinity Void. Welcome to the Void. What is this, Final Fantasy V? Let's go up here. Huh? Wait a minute. Still in the same room? Okay. Let's try going over here. What the? What is this, a forest maze? Yeah, but can we ever find our way out of this forest maze? You guys will just have to wait until next time to find out. But until then, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. Take care.